Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss previous year question paper of Telangana State TET. This is paper 1 Telugu 8 January 2025 shift 1. Here we are going to discuss methodology section. So let's begin. Here the first question is questions relevant to the context and respond. This is an indicator of the following discourse. Our options are narration, comparing, interview, and speech. And the correct option is interview. Question relevant to the context and response. This is an indicator of interview. Next question. In this approach, words and their meanings are less important. Words and their meanings are less important. Our options are situational approach, communicative approach, structural approach, and the constructive approach. And the correct option is structural approach. In structural approach, words and their meanings are less important. Here we try to know other options also. Structural approach. Structural approach is language teaching focus on the systematic study and mastery of language structures and pattern, emphasizing accuracy and grammatical correctness. It involves teaching language through a carefully selected and graded sequence of structure, often using drill and exercise to develop automatic habit of language use. This is structural approach. Second is communicative approach. The communicative approach in language teaching emphasizes interaction as both the mean and goal of learning, prioritizing effective communication over grammatical perfection. It focuses on using language in real life situations, promoting fluency and the ability to communicate meaningfully. This is communicative approach. The last one is constructive approach. A constructive approach generally refers to a problem-solving method where individuals actually build upon existing knowledge and experience to create new understanding or situation. In education, it's a teaching philosophy where students construct their own knowledge through active engagement and reflection rather than passively receiving information. In other field, it can mean a method that is positive, helpful and productive rather than negative or destructive. Next question. Writing brochures is an example of persuasive writing, expository writing, descriptive writing, and narrative writing. Correct option is 1. Persuasive writing. Writing brochures is an example of persuasive writing. Persuasive writing is a form of argument where the author aims to convince the reader to adopt a specific viewpoint or take a particular action by presenting logical reasoning, evidence, and compelling arguments. It's key part of non-fiction writing aiming to change the reader opinion or be leave on a topic. Here's breakdown of persuasive writing. Second option, expository writing. Here expository writing is writing that seek to explain, illuminate or expose, which is whether the word expository come from. This type of writing can include essay, newspaper and magazine articles, instruction manual, textbooks, encyclopedia, articles and other form of writing so long as they seek to explain. This is called expository writing. And the next one, a third option is descriptive writing. Descriptive writing uses sensory details and vivid language to create a strong mental image for the reader, allowing them to visualize and experience the sense or subject as if they were there. It's technique that bring writing to life, making it more engaging and immersive. Narrative writing. Narrative writing is a style that allows the writer to tell a story. It can include actual event told in chronological order, or it may include imagined event told in a timeline that the author creates. Narrative writing can sustain the reader attention and help them visualize or realistic experience from the word. Next question, the following one is not a sub-skill of speaking. And our correct option is retrieving information started in the passage. This is not a sub-skill of speaking. Others option, conveying ideas effectively and convincingly, expressing attitudinal meaning through variation in pitch range and pause, articulating stress pattern within word. These all sub-skill of speaking. But retrieving information started in the passage is not a sub-skill of speaking. Next question, teacher walk in the class and say, I am walking, and ask, what is the meaning of the word walk? This technique of teaching is known as action association. Material association, picture association and mother tongue association are the other technique of teaching. We can learn too. Here Material association, picture association, and mother tongue association are teaching technique that utilize different types of association to aid language learning. Material association connect a new word or concept to concrete object, while picture association uses visual to create a memory aid. Mother tongue association leverage the learner's existing language knowledge to facilitate understanding of a new language. Next question. Among the following, identify the aesthetic material. Options are workbook, teacher notes, newspaper articles, and textbook. And the correct option is newspapers articles are the aesthetic material. So this is EVS methodology. Our question is, in teaching and learning of science, field trip play a virtual role because they provide the learner with this kind of experiences. And our options are indirect, direct, vicarious, and direct and vicarious. And the correct option is direct experiences. In teaching and learning of science, field trips play a vital role because they provide the learner with direct experience. Next question. NCF 2005 recognizes the learner as a constructor of knowledge, and B. NCF 2005 never suggests that the learner be provided with learning experience which enable them to develop their own concept through inquiry and problem solving. Here is first option is correct, and A is correct and B is incorrect. And the correct option is 3. In this, A is correct. NCF 2005 recognized the learner as a constructor of knowledge. Learner as a constructor of knowledge. And NCF 2005 never suggest that the learner be provided with learning experiences. सिर्फ learning experiences से ही सीखना नहीं बताया गया, which enable them to develop their own concept through inquiry and problem solving. सेल्फ सपोर्टिंग से डेवलप नहीं हो सकते, खुद के ही इंक्वायरीज और कॉन्सेप्ट प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग से गलत भी हो सकता है वो लोग का, इसलिए वो लोग को ज़रूरत है सपोर्ट की, टीचर के सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत है, बताया गया. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इफ़ अ लर्नर इज़ अनेबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट द नेचर हैज़ सम लॉ फॉर itself, maintain a kind of naturally stabilized harmony, and if he want to protect the beauty and the harmony in the nature, it show he has developed these values. And the correct option is aesthetic and moral values. Aesthetic and moral values. A learner can develop aesthetic and moral values through is able to understand that the nature has some law for itself. Nature के खुद के laws है. Maintain a kind of naturally stabilizement harmony, and if he want to protect the beauty and the harmony in the nature, it show he has developed these values. What kind of values? Aesthetic and moral values. Next question. National Curriculum Framework NCF 2005 recommended that for the primary grades, the contents related to natural and social environment should be integrated with language and mathematics. National Curriculum Framework 2005 recommended that for the primary grades के लिए recommend करता है 2005 NCF the context related to natural and social environment. context कहाँ से लेना है primary के लिए? social and natural environment से लेना है. should be integrated with language and mathematics. Next question, identify the correct pair. Blackboard, reusable writing aid, this is correct. And bulletin board, useful for display of interesting incident. And the C, plastic graph board, made of glass, acrylic, etc., and with smooth plain surface. And our correct option is fourth, A, B and C, means all are. Blackboard, resoluble writing aid, bulletin board, useful display of interesting pictures, incidents, and plastic graph board made of glass, acrylic, etc., and with smooth plain surface. Next question tells the greatness of our nation's history. Is the learning indicator of this academic standard. Mapping skill, questioning and formulating of hypothesis, experiment and field observation, and appreciation and sensitivity. Tells the greatness of our nation history. Tells the greatness of our nation history is the learning indicator of this academic standard, appreciation and sensitivity. Correct option is appreciation and sensitivity.